Ready? Nine times out of 10, these young men have had shattered family lives.
Just mum and dad got into like big fights and stuff, screaming, smashing plates and stuff.
Where the parents will say, get out of the house, this is my house, get out, and don't ever come back.
Me and my dad will be in a fight and stuff. I'd like, you know, raise my hand or something, and then, yeah, dad will just go. And I'll be like down. I won't be getting back up. My sister cared a lot. Like, she can't see without her glasses. And my mum like stomped and broke her glasses like in her face. And then I could have snapped and yeah, got kicked out all night.
Now, to say that to a child, an 11-year-old or 14-year-old, that is a death sentence.
And then the next morning I found out, I was like, right, you're going to Canberra, pack your bags. The minute I got to Canberra airport, that was it. I was homeless. So I went entire days without talking to anyone, complete like seclusion to myself. Pretty much most of the time, I was sleeping at an old church because it was within my own turf. I knew exactly like every exit and entry to that place. There's very little to feel good about at all. You just sort of shut down a bit. That what led up to like me cooking a lizard. When I ate that lizard, that was it. That was when I worked out that, yeah, I can't get any lower than this. It's like, God knows what this thing's got, and I'm eating it. The type of mood that you get into when you're homeless, you just like start thinking it's scum. Centrelink, when you're homeless, is pretty much like banging your head against the wall. It is completely pointless and it is doing you some serious mental damage.
In Shannon's case, when Shannon first went to apply for Centrelink payment, for 6 weeks he tried, but he couldn't get it because he didn't have an address.
So I fill out the forms, hand it in, it's like, oh, you gotta like put in an address. I'm like, homeless. I considered actually putting down like street corner. I did actually try putting in like a few like addresses like that I've spotted, like 19 Carina Street, 12 Isabella Plains, using those type of addresses. For all I know, somebody who went through the exact same thing I just went through, but didn't find Tony's place and like died cold and lonely on the streets. I'm a bit superstitious, and it's like Christmas Eve, is when I slept, is the day I slept in. The day I got found, and the day like pretty much like, I was like, the slippery slide all the way into Tony's place.
Hello?
Hello, Rhonda.
Who's home?
Me.
Oh, on your lonesome?
Yes.
Oh,
Good day, Rhonda.
hello, darling.
Every time I come home, I am grateful to have this roof over my head.
You've done well in sorting that.
Yeah.
How are those new glasses?
Good. Because it doesn't matter how long you've been homeless for, your situation changes and you finally, after a while, get into living under a roof, that it just doesn't wear off. You're grateful each and every time you walk through the door.
Well, look, let's just do a check of things here today.
Yep.
To see that everything's in order. The perception of the general public is that they're losers. They're not losers. They need a hand up. They don't need a hand out.
This is the board for chores and this Saturday inspection. With the Living Skills program, it's like you move out of here and stuff. If you don't like keep a clean house and the house is always dirty, then they're gonna evict you. You're gonna get like, it's pretty much like back to square one.
I live very close by and I'm a phone call away, but that would be defeating the whole purpose of giving back to these young men the responsibility of managing their own lives.
They let in enough so the tutors can like have one-on-one time. Rhonda like jumped in, helped me, fixed me up with Centrelink and stuff, which I'm truly grateful to Rhonda for. And at that point, Rhonda like clicked that like something was wrong with me.
Have you asked, do they support people with disabilities such as, you know, your disability,
Yes,
which is cognitive?
Yes, they do. Then I got diagnosed with auditory comprehension deficit disorder.
And there's a few cups down here. What are they doing? You know, I keep saying, Shannon, everything has a home.
Yep.
Did you realise it's full here?
I've not been paying attention to the freezers down there.
Well, you're going to have to start paying attention or you'll be hungry. Life is not about all about cleaning a house, but this is more about cleaning up your life, organising your life. Because you know all about hygiene, don't you?
But yeah.
We don't want food poisoning in the house.
I like get Josh to make up.
This year I had a pretty nasty scare. I was diagnosed with bladder cancer, and I was operated on in June and spent 2.5 months in hospital. And
Karen came over, like, come running into the house at like 9:30 in the morning, and like doctors gave Rhonda 20 hours to live. That was that was probably the most devastated the house has ever been.
It was very difficult for my family, and very, very difficult for the boys.
Housing is starting to like push through with my flat, so next year hopefully I'll be also moving out of here into a place that I can actually call my own.
You've got your brand new fridge and washing machine sitting out the back ready to be placed. I had a dream to make the lives better for young men many years ago, and I'm a person that tries with all of the heart to give 100%. To have this home for the boys is my final thing that I can do for them, because this home will always give them a roof over their head where no one can kick them out. What are they missing out on most? That's mostly important. They're missing out on love. They've got no love. They want to have a cuddle.